What up YouTube, this is Nate, and today I'm going to be looking at a game that I recently picked up from the flea market, Kabuki Quantum Fighter. I picked that up for $5, and if you're looking at it right now, it's pretty roached up. It's actually my second copy of the game, and my good friend Lester criticized me, I think. He was asking me, he's like, bro, why do you need a second copy of this game? So it inspired me to make this video because he's never heard of the game before. So I wanted to share with you and with him what it is I like about this game and maybe justifying why I picked up a second copy of it. Now, a lot of people, when I bring up the game Kabuki Quantum Fighter, have never heard of it before, and the best way that I have to describe it to them is I call it the poor man's Ninja Gaiden. And the main reason for that is locally I can pick up a copy of Quantum Fighter for like about $5, where Ninja Gaiden commands usually a higher price just because I'm thinking people grew up with it. It's more of a mainstream title, and not a lot of people have ever heard of Kabuki Quantum Fighter. And the first similarity that you will notice between the two games is that they have an opening cutscene and they have somewhat of an intricate storyline. Maybe not as much from Kabuki Quantum Fighter. I mean, I remember starting up Ninja Gaiden back in the day, and it literally felt like they kicked you in the face. Literally kicked you in the face with this opening cutscene that was just, at the time, magical. Kabuki Quantum Fighter comes in with this futuristic storyline of Scott O'Connor, who in the future has to go inside, I think it's called the World Defense Computer, and defeat this invading virus, basically. And when he gets into the computer, like digitally, Scott O'Connor becomes a Kabuki actor / quantum fighter. Kind of weird. Kabuki Quantum Fighter starts off with this dull, dark cutscene with this music that just sounds like rejected computer sounds put together. When you play the two games, you'll notice graphically and gameplay wise, they actually are very similar. However, if you play Kabuki Quantum Fighter and attack it like you do Ninja Gaiden, I think you're gonna fail. Kabuki Quantum Fighter is a little bit slower and takes a little bit of a different mindset, where Ninja Gaiden, it's almost like I'm speedrunning through it, and the more I think about in that game, the more I lose. And in Kabuki Quantum Fighter, you have to think about how to attack things differently. It's a little bit of a slower pace, but I actually think it makes it a little bit more enjoyable in that regard. The place that I think Kabuki Quantum Fighter surpasses Ninja Gaiden, actually two things. The first thing is the secondary weaponry system. In Ninja Gaiden, there are certain instances, because the game is so hard, that you need a secondary system to just get past certain obstacles in the stage. But if you lose, or if you die, you'll lose your secondary weapon that you got almost randomly on the stage. In Kabuki Quantum Fighter, you're able to cycle through your weapons and use them as needed. And not only that, you don't lose them when you die, but when you beat a boss, you actually get an upgrade to your weapon system. So you get like a third and a fourth weapon, which again, you can cycle through, and there are certain points in the game that really, you need those secondary weapons, and they work in those instances, where in Ninja Gaiden, you lose your weapon, you're SOL, you're done. You're going to try to jump over a guy, and you're going to fall in a hole, and you're going to be cursing at the screen. Ninja Gaiden is very notorious for being difficult, almost broken, in a sense, where Kabuki Quantum Fighter, yes, it is a hard game, but I was able to actually defeat it for the purposes of this review. And it was also very satisfying. There are a couple things that they added that Ninja Gaiden didn't. There's like a grappling system, which if you need to extend your reach, you can actually use your hair to grab certain parts in the game. And they do incorporate this a lot into the stage and mechanics of the game. And it made it more enjoyable, in my opinion. There's also some overhead scaling, which I think was present in Ninja Gaiden 3, but it wasn't in Ninja Gaiden 1. And overall, I was just as pleased with the gameplay, if not more pleased with Kabuki Quantum Fighter as opposed to Ninja Gaiden. Overall, however, Ninja Gaiden just offers the entire package of music, gameplay, cutscenes, storyline. It works together for the game. Even though it is notoriously difficult, I can almost forgive it because it is a very polished, very refined game. And Kabuki Quantum Fighter feels like an honorable attempt, like a noble attempt by a lesser company to make a game like Ninja Gaiden. And they tick off a lot of the same boxes, it's just not to the same degree. There are worlds of difference between the two, but however, if you look at just gameplay wise, Kabuki Quantum Fighter, in my opinion, is superior to Ninja Gaiden. And if you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden, you definitely got to check out Kabuki Quantum Fighter. Lastly, for me, why I picked up a second copy. I mean, we're dealing with antiquated technology. All cartridges, all data discs, all microchips will expire. Like after 25 years, it's unstable. So you never know. My first copy of Kabuki Quantum Fighter could fail. I have a second copy of the game that only cost me $5, Canadian, mind you. So definitely, if you have some time, especially in this holiday season, check it out. It's not going to be on the NES Mini, so you may have to find an alternative method to playing the game. Worth owning a second copy. That's it for me, Nate. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you played any of the games mentioned here today, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Am I wrong? Am I right? Is there something that I skipped? And that's it. Happy holidays, guys and girls. Take care.